Alright guys, so here she is, almost done. I've got about a 2-inch gap at the top. I have my fiber fill, which is the stuffing. Okay, small pieces work best. Like I said, you're going to want to use the eraser end of a pencil to get it all the way down into the legs. Okay, and all the way down into the arms. You do not want to overstuff. If you overstuff, you will break your stitches. Okay, so you can see, pushing it down into the legs. Okay, there's just a little bit of stuffing down there. This thing doesn't have to be super fluffy, okay, to get the job done. So, take my stuffing and push it into the arms and legs. There it goes. The reason you want to use the eraser end, okay, is so that you, again, don't pop your stitches. Helps you have a little more control. You see we're getting it into the arms here. Okay. And like I said, the smaller the pieces of stuffing, the smoother it will be. So I rip them up into little pieces. Okay. Separate it all nice. Okay. So you can push that down into the lower body. See how it kind of plumps up a little bit? Okay. Now we're going to put some in like the neck area. Okay. Okay. Obviously with this shape, because it's mostly head, that takes the most stuffing. Okay. You don't want to put so much stuffing in though that it's super firm and you can't get the top closed, or whichever space you left open. Okay. See here, we're just about done. And really, for these guys, you only need enough stuffing about the size of an orange at most. You don't need a lot. So don't feel like you have to get this huge wad of stuffing. You're just going to end up wasting it. Okay. Or having to go put it back in the box. So, you've got stuffing in the arms, in the legs, in the head. Put just a little bit more in the head. Okay. And now I'm ready to close up the top. I went ahead and left my thread attached while I stuffed it. There's no sense in having to, if you have enough thread, to do the tie off just to start over again. Okay, so now that it's stuffed, I'm going to put a pin in just to kind of flatten it out and hold everything in place up there. Okay, and then I can finish my blanket stitches across the top. Okay, remember at the end we're still going to have to hide that knot, which means you need to take your time, okay, and not with an N, not with a K, not with an N, rush this process. Start to finish, a monster with this level of detail has taken me just over 2 hours. So, bear that in mind as you go through this process. After you finish your monster, you will need to complete the self-evaluation rubric and the written component. Both of those are for a grade. So, almost done here, going across the top with my blanket stitches. Okay, you can see them. and I have rethreaded my needle 6 times with a full wingspan. So you can't do this in one shot. You have to take the time. You have to do the tie-offs correctly. Okay. The final product will be worth it if you take your time and follow the directions. Alright, so here we are now. I'm back where I started. Okay. It's time to do my tie-off. So you see I have a little thread there from earlier, from when I started. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that off. Okay. And now I'm going to do my tie-off. So I do 1 blanket stitch, and then you can see here I'm going to put my needle underneath the stitch I already did, pull. When I have that little loop, I sew through the loop, pull it tight, and then I can cut my thread right at the knot. Okay, pull my pin out, give her a little squeeze to redistribute the stuffing, and there you have it, guys. So understand that the level of detail you choose to put on it will absolutely determine how long this takes. The neater your stitches, the longer it will take. I'm not trying to discourage you. I want you to plan your time accordingly.